Pinterest is a social network sensation that has been hitting the young girl and woman community by storm, stemming from fashion to food and recipes and interior decorating. It's been changing and aiding the way these creative women cook, clean, decorate. Just it has a whole bunch of ideas, and obviously it's a little more oriented towards the women's side, but of course they are male friendly, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that men can see. But perhaps one of the most popular categories on Pinterest is the do-it-yourself or the DIY category. And me being a college student, I'm living on a budget, so obviously I can't go out spending tons of money on decorating and all that stuff. So I spend hours on this site looking for ideas to decorate cheap and affordable and easy. So what better way to save money than spending $50 on something out in a store when you can easily make something just as better? And when people say, well, where'd you get that? You can easily say, well, I made it. So that being said, today we're going to make a glitter head canvas, and it's a little more oriented towards the young girl, young adult, audience. I don't expect a man doing this because it's glitter involved, but anyways, what you'll need is a canvas, and you can use any size really, it doesn't really matter. I chose to go by this size. You're gonna need to go on Google, wherever, and go get a deer head outline. You can find them anywhere really. Also, you're gonna need gold paper, and I had this lying around in my house, so it worked out perfectly. I didn't have to go out and buy any. You're gonna need a pencil, a ruler, glue, acrylics paint, and I recommend you getting acrylics paint and not just any other paint, because this one works a lot better with canvases because it's very thick. Scissors, and of course painter's tape. And I would suggest strongly using painter's tape and not any other tape, only because it's a lot easy to just rip it off once you're done, once it's dry, no mess. And if you use sticky tape like all the other ones are, then it's gonna be a mess. So anyways, first step, you have to take your outline, cut it up, and what I did was I traced it on gold stock paper. And what I found, it was really difficult really to do the antlers. It was very hard because the paper's so thick. But anyways, I did it beforehand, and this is the final product. And you can change up the horns really. It doesn't have to be the same as the outline, because on the outline they actually had holes through the deer antlers, and I thought it looked better that way. So anyways, I have that done. So that first step is done. After that, I have a towel just in case it gets really messy right here. Oh, and you also need a paintbrush. Forgot the paintbrush, the most important part. Anyways, what you first do is you get a ruler, and I already did this. I already did the first step because it's tedious. But you don't have to do 2 inches. You can do any size really, whatever you want. I chose to do thicker only because I want to get it done sooner. And it's a lot less work than doing like little lines. So what I did was I measured 2 inches, marked it off, and once you mark it off, you put painter's tape on it. And once you have that on, get your paintbrush, and you get your acrylics paint. You just start painting it. I don't know if you can see that. But you see how thick the acrylics paint is. So it works perfectly in it. The canvas just picks it up really good. So what you want to do is just keep doing that. Also, you want to make sure that you tape the edges too, so you can do the edges right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, and when it's done, we'll go to the next step.